Hey guys, it's been a while since my last video, and that's because, for those of you who don't know, I moved out of my house to move to college on Saturday last week. So it's been nearly a week since I did my last video, and this is the first time that I have been in the house on my own, and the three people who I normally live with aren't here and aren't going to be here for the weekend, so I get some time on my own, so I thought I would do a video for you guys. And I decided that due to obvious recent experience, I am going to talk about mental health, how to look after your mental health when you're far away from home, when you're maybe in a situation that you're not entirely comfortable with, when you have to, I don't know, I don't want to use the word endure because that sounds bad, but be in a situation for a long period of time that you aren't completely comfortable with, like moving to a new house or moving out of your parents' house. I think the first thing that I would say is make sure you don't stop being who you are. If you're living with other people like I am, who you haven't really met before, don't be afraid to be yourself, because for the first few days I was trying to, like, I wouldn't come out of my room if I was in my pyjamas. You know, I'd always wash my hair before I came out of the room. Just things that you wouldn't do in your normal house, but you need to act like it's your normal house, because you need to make yourself feel as comfortable as quickly as possible, and by acting normal like you normally would in your own house, that helps. Don't be afraid to act normal. You are paying money to live there. It's your house just as much as the other people's, so remember to be yourself. Secondly, I'd say that don't try to rush into big social occasions too quickly. I'm not a particularly social person anyway. I have trouble sustaining a conversation sometimes, particularly with people I don't know very well. So don't feel like you have to sit and talk with your housemates. It's probably good to put in some time, just so they know that you're friendly and approachable, which you are. Put in some time with your housemates, but don't feel like you have to spend every waking minute of every day with them. It's okay to go up to your room for a few hours, you know. And when you're in conversation, try to, again, be yourself. Don't think that you're going to offend somebody with what you're saying. Don't tiptoe around them, because again, I've said it before, you're living with them. You can't not be yourself in your own house. And that's one of the good things about having friends you live with, is because they see absolutely everything of you. Well, pretty much, but you know what I mean. They see everything about you. They know you completely. So there's no point in trying to hide anything. I've only been here a week, so I haven't admitted my problems to my housemates yet. They know that I have trouble with socialising. They know I'm not a social person. They know I'm a bit quiet. I like to be on my own a bit, but they don't know the reasons why. You have to look after your mental health by just doing what you want to do, not forcing yourself to do anything that you wouldn't normally want to do. If you get invited out to a party, for example, on one side of it, I'm talking from a college perspective here, from moving out to go to college where you're going to have lots of parties and lots of social gatherings like that. If you're invited out to a party, if you don't want to go, don't go. There's going to be time for that in your first week or so, maybe even your first month. Don't feel pressured into doing anything you don't want to do. Just do what you want to make you feel comfortable. It's going to help you get over the anxiety so much more quickly. If you just... I'm sorry, the X Factor's on. I'm a bit glued to the X Factor. Right. Yeah, it's going to help you so much more if you just see, now I've lost my train of thought. Damn X Factor. No, I didn't say that. I did not damn X Factor. Yeah, don't feel like you have to do anything if you don't really want to do it. That was my point. Look after yourself with your eating. If you're cooking on your own for the first time, try not to eat just ready cooked stuff, ready meals and stuff, because it's just not going to help. Like I mainly just put stuff in the oven or in the microwave because I'm not a big cooker, and I don't really have much time now that I'm at college for 8 or 9 hours a day. No, 10 hours a day, sorry. Yeah, because if you eat healthily, you'll feel more healthy, and your mental health, you'll have more energy, so you'll be able to do things. Get enough sleep is an important thing. Once you've got used to your new bed and it feels like your bed, you should be able to sleep better than the first few nights. On the first few nights, don't feel like you have to sleep. If you can't, then don't. It's not boarding school, it's your home. If you want to cry, cry, Just do what feels natural, and the homesickness will lift eventually. I don't even know if mine's even kicked in yet, to be honest. I haven't seen my mum since Monday and my dad and my sister in a week. So it's not very long yet, but I'm sure it'll kick in at some point. I get little glimmers here and there, but to be honest, I'm so busy at college and loving it so much that I just don't really think about it all that much. But maybe I will this weekend. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Get enough sleep, and I had another point. I should really start writing stuff down, shouldn't I? I've also just realised that I'm making this on my webcam, which means that my lips are probably going to be out of sync with the sound. Just happens when I record from my webcam, so I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, I remember. Make sure you have a support network. Obviously, you're going to be keeping in touch with your family and your friends. Speak to them as often as you need to, but I wouldn't recommend, if you live close enough to go home at the weekends, for the first few, don't. Try not to. Like, I could have gone home this weekend. It's the first weekend, I could have gone home, and I'm quite jealous of the people who are going home, but I'm not, because I know that if I went home, I would just feel like it's even harder to come back, because I've only been here a week, so it still feels a little bit odd here. It's getting better by the day, but it does still feel a bit odd. So keep in touch with your family and friends, and make sure that people at your university or your college or your new place of work, they don't have to know about the extent of your issues, but if they know that you are vulnerable, then it just makes me feel more comfortable. Like, the people at college know about my problems completely. I've told them everything, because the mistake I made in the past is that I didn't tell them everything. Didn't tell my school everything, and it led to problems. So college know everything, and even though nobody's talked to me about it, nobody's approached me about it, it just makes me feel more comfortable knowing that they know. So if you can find somebody to tell, to let them know that you're going to be a bit vulnerable for the first few weeks, then all the better. I think that's all I've got to say. I'm absolutely knackered. I've been at college. We start at 8:30. We normally finish at 5:30, but on Wednesday we finished at 6:30. That includes 2 dance classes, intense dance classes. I've got bruises, I've got blisters I'm aching, but I love it, and that's how I know I'm in the right place, is because I go back for more of the pain and the suffering and the tired. I just wanted to kill the teacher because they're making you hold the plank for stupid amounts of time. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to be making a video next. That's the thing about me being here, is that I don't know the next time I'm going to be making a video. I hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you soon.